Good morning, my dear UPC aspirants. Hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas well and good. So, today we will be discussing the topic regarding the elderly or assets not dependents, the schemes exclusive for them and all. What are the challenges they are facing during their old age? Before that, I welcome you all to Sundhaja's daily news analysis. So, let's look in detail what this article is all about. See, India is at a stage in its demographic transition. As you know, India is characterized by a bulk of youth population that can be a good opportunity to accelerate growth. But when we look parallelly, there needs equal attention with regard to India's economic growth with regards to rapid aging or rising elderly population. According to the World Health Organization, India's elderly population will rise from its current 60 million to over 227 million by 2050. Accordingly, the old age dependency ratio will rise from 9.8 to 20.3. An increase in our elderly population and rising pressure on pension systems can offset many of the government effects. That is regarding elderly population. Now, what about elderly population in India? See, elderly population in India is currently enjoying the demographic dividend, but the age group above the age of 65 will become the fastest growing age group by 2050. The share of elders as a percentage of the total population of the country is expected to increase from around 7.5% in 2001 to almost 12.5% by 2026, which could surpass by the percentage 19.5% by 2050. Similarly, according to the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation (MOSPI) Elderly in India 2021 report, it mentions that the old age dependency ratio is increasing in India at high level. That is also mentioned. The report mentions the old age dependency ratio provides a clearer picture of the number of persons aged 60 plus per 100 persons in the age group of 15 to 59 years. According to the report, an increasing trend has been observed in the old age dependency ratio. It has risen from 10.9% in 1961 to 14.2% in 2011 and is further projected to increase to 15.7% and 20.1% in 2021 and 2031 respectively. The projected dependency ratio for females and males is 14.8% and 16.7% respectively in 2021. Now let's discuss about the government schemes and initiatives towards the welfare of the elderly people. So in 2011, the government introduced a national policy for older persons where the key objectives are as follows: to provide healthcare facilities to the elderly, to bring NGOs for caring for older persons, to create awareness regarding elderly persons and to develop them into fully independent citizens, to encourage families to take care of their older family members, and last but not the least, to encourage individuals to make provisions for their own and their spouse during old age. Apart from that, the government introduced other measures such as IGNO apps, that is IGNO APS. What is that? Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme, whereby the scheme provides an old age pension for the persons above the age of 60 years and that too who belongs to the BPL category. Second scheme introduced by government was RVY, that is Rashtriya Vayosri Yojana. What is the highlight of the scheme? The scheme provides physical aids and assisted living devices for senior citizens belonging to the BPL category. Then comes the next scheme, Pradhan Mantri Vayo Vandana Yojana. The highlight of the scheme was to provide social security during old age. It also protects elderly persons aged above 60 and above against a future fall in their interest income due to uncertain market conditions. Then came the scheme SAGE Initiative and SAGE Portal. What is SAGE? Senior Care Age Growth Engine. These help startups interested in providing services for elderly care. Then came Elder Line, a toll-free helpline number for elderly persons to provide emotional care, health and legal assistance through dedicated call centers. Now, what is the need to protect the elderly population? See, the deep cultural impressions and social experiences provide the necessary buffer against intolerance, violence and hate crimes. Then acknowledging seniors' contributions would help to make ours a more age-inclusive society that does not pit one generation against the other. Then they can provide a vital generational link for the upcoming generation, such as providing support and stability to families and societies at large. That grandparents and joint families are important for transferring values and morals to the younger generation. So they contribute towards bringing up better human beings and responsible citizens. Then elderly persons have immense experience of the personal and professional life. So it can be used in society to channelize those experiences for a better tomorrow. Now, what are the challenges faced by the elderly population in India? Actually, it has got three dimensions. We need to discuss about the health-related challenges, financial challenges and social challenges. Let's discuss one by one. First one, financial challenges. See, mitigating the fiscal cost. The Indian economy still needs to mitigate the fiscal cost that arise from a rising old age dependency ratio, then low funding. India spends only 1% of its gross domestic product on pensions. India's income support systems in their current form are not even capable of catering to the elderly needs. Then social challenges. Senior citizens are increasingly being neglected by the younger generation due to various reasons like globalization, nuclear family structure and Western education. Then we have to discuss about the health-related challenges. Health-related issues like blindness, deafness, mental illness, etc. are highly prevalent among the elderly population. Then high prevalence of NCDs or non-communicable diseases and increased health-related expenses create a financial problem for the elderly population. Now we have to mention some suggestions as to how to improve benefits to the elderly people. See, the first step to mitigate physical costs is by changing the negative connotation attached to old age. Promoting behavioral change can be done through education, public awareness and innovative measures such as Switzerland's Time Bank. See, you might be knowing about Switzerland's Time Bank. Under this initiative, the younger generation will start to save time by taking care of senior citizens. Later, they will use to save time when they get old, sick or in need of someone to take care of them. Second one, the need of the hour is to strengthen our pension systems through better funding and coverage. For that, the government has to allocate a special budget for the elderly population. The government has to increase the monthly pension at least to a minimum of ₹5,000 per month. Any amount below this is of no use. Ultimately, it will give rise to inflation. Then as the elderly population is going to increase in the future, India should raise the retirement age in the future in a phased manner so as not to jeopardize opportunities for younger generations. However, it is not possible to extend the working age if the country does not have a pool of healthy elderly people. So the youth of today must have adequate access to social goods and employment opportunities. Then the local government can provide entertainment facilities like libraries and clubs at the grassroots level. Government must make sure that there are sufficient old age home facilities. And the government has to work proactively on lifestyle modification, non-communicable disease management, vision and hearing problem management, and accessible health care. So that's all regarding the discussion of the first topic, where we have to do something to facilitate a proper well-being of our elders in the society, as they are generally assets of our society. Okay, so that's all for today. Regarding the first part of editorial analysis session, wait for the next part, part 2. The video will be uploaded shortly. Thanks for listening and watching to my video session. Take care, stay safe and bye.